Insight 7 is sponsored in part by Point North Networks and Key Community Bank.
Here's some of the stories you'll see on today's episode of Insight 7. Mendota Heights celebrates snowy traditions and community spirit at the festival now known as Winter Whirl. We learn about an event in Hastings that brought people together from all across the state. See how South St. Paul residents make the best of the winter season. Meet ISD 199's superintendent and hear about the impact he's had on the community. And find out what the city of South St. Paul's next step is with the demolished bricks from the Armour Gates. Stay with us for all these stories as Insight 7 starts now.
And now, from Town Square Television, this is Insight 7, bringing you local news and local views from the 7 cities in northern Dakota County.
Hi, and welcome to Insight 7. I'm your host, Alexis Huss. Thanks again to our sponsors, Point North Networks and Key Community Bank. First up on the show today, the rebranded Winter Whirl becomes the new tradition in Mendota Heights.
My name is Willow Icefeld. I am the Parks and Recreation Program Coordinator for the City of Mendota Heights, and I am in charge of the Winter Whirl 2026 event. Winter Whirl is our big winter event that we do for the community. We really want to emphasize people getting out in the community, getting out in the parks, spending time outside.
Hello.
We know that February in particular is a hard month, and it's nice to have an excuse to get outside and spend time with people. The snow day here at Rogers Lake is also a new event for Winter Whirl. We wanted to do something midday on a Saturday, really bring people outside. It was our goal. Yeah. It's really nice to have a classic Minnesota winter. You know, we have a solid foundation of ice on the lake so we can get out and ice skate.
The big draw for us this year was being able to make a skating loop out on the lake, and we thought that that would be really interesting.
We are doing silent disco headphones. Kids and families can come over and grab some silent disco headphones.
They're the silent disco headphones. They're all on the same channel, so everyone that has them on is listening to the same song.
Oh, we love skating on the lakes here.
We did have the event before. It was called Frozen Fun Fest. This year we decided to rebrand, make it Winter Whirl. That kind of encompasses just winter as a whole.
We're excited to have a place to go nearby for our 2 young daughters. It's nice to have the food trucks, you know, for easy lunch.
Come over here. We've got some holes drilled over here, guys.
Also on the lake, we brought in a group that's teaching people how to ice fish. They brought all the worms, all the rigs for that. So anybody that might be new to fishing or ice fishing can go out there and try that out.
We're also having a petting zoo. It's going to be on land, not on the lake. We're gonna have goats, sheep, a mini horse, a mini donkey out here for kids to come and see and interact with.
My job is to stoke the fires, which I'm very happy about because that means I get to stay warm the whole time.
Oh yeah.
A little bit of sledding. We weren't sure with how much snow we were going to have, if that was going to be a big hit or not, but I can see off in the distance there we got some kids going down the hill.
Mendota Heights Parks and Recreation is pretty unique because we do a lot of outdoor programming and a lot of it is weather dependent, but we have a community that comes out and supports us no matter what. Ultimately, I just hope that when Winter Whirl is over, people had fun and enjoyed their time outside, got to see the parks a little bit of a boost to get through the rest of the winter.
We'll be back with more Insight 7 after this break. When we come back, see what brought warmth to Hastings during one of the coldest weeks of the year. And take a snowy candlelit walk through Kaposia Park.
From small offices to growing organizations, Point North Networks provides IT managed services based on trust, reliability, and responsive local support tailored to meet your needs. They work behind the scenes to make sure systems run smoothly, data stays secure, and teams stay connected. Point North Networks, guiding local businesses' success through their passion for community and technology. At Key Community Bank, we're more than just a bank. We believe in giving of our time, talents, and treasures to build a stronger community because it's our community too. Locally owned and operated in Inver Heights, Key Community Bank is here to handle all your banking needs with a personal touch. More information can be found at keycommunitybank.com.
Enhance. 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 Too much. Unenhance.
Guys, it doesn't have to be this hard. If you want to watch Town Square television programs, just go to townsquare.tv/streaming to find Town Square's community programs and your city or school board meetings. Or look for the Cablecast app on your smart device and search Town Square Television. Can we rent out the studio?
There's so much room for activities in there.
People could host meetings.
They could use the green screen.
They could do photo shoots.
You guys are the professionals if that's what you want to do.
So?
Yeah, just go for it.
You're not gonna regret this. Look at all this floor space.
The South St. Paul Lions, we donate to the Town Square Television because they are great community advocates. They provide information. They provide all the sports coverage for the local teams.
I support Town Square Television because they do a lot for the community. They give back a lot and they also are very active and it really brings the community together.
I just love the things you do, love the things you do.
And you want to be a champion, you have to be great on both sides of the ball. Oh, yeah.
I like to see how far the ball goes.
Oh, nice hit!
Neighborhoods, just all in all, positive things for the community.
See South St. Paul City Government in action by watching City Council and Planning Commission meetings live on Town Square Television. You can also access live and on-demand South St. Paul meetings and programs at townsquare.tv.
Welcome back to Insight 7. We'd like to thank Point North Networks and Key Community Bank for being sponsors of the show. Up next, we'll head over to the United Heroes League complex to hear how hockey is touching lives.
mid-January in Minnesota.
Outdoors, you never know what you're going to get.
And it's a balmy 5 below.
The elements have not been friendly.
Great for sheets of ice.
The ice is going to be a lot harder, which is usually a faster ice.
But not as much for hockey fans. Yet that hasn't stopped this crowd.
It's cold out, yes, but that's what hockey's all about.
Because Hockey Day Minnesota only comes around once a year.
It's our field of dreams out here.
And for the city of Hastings, it's an honor to serve as the 2026 host site.
2.5 years in the making. It's good for our commerce and our community.
As the name suggests, Hockey Day Minnesota is a days-long celebration of a sport in the state best known for it.
It's quite an atmosphere.
But at its core, it's so much more.
Hastings is a very large hockey community, but there are people that aren't there. We wanted them to be able to come out, enjoy the experience of the village.
With amenities like food trucks, live entertainment, and even a skating trail through the woods.
It's impressive.
Everyone can find their own way to enjoy Hockey Day.
From top to bottom, it's just a great entertainment event. They've done such a terrific job making it fun and drawing people to the space and to Hockey Day.
But the real spotlight?
Rightfully so, I still believe the focal point is on the kids.
The ones a whole state flocks to support.
Just the smiles on these kids' faces and the pride, that is just so much for our community.
Who take the ice for a once-in-a-lifetime experience.
It might be the greatest day of their sporting lives, and to be able to provide that, I think Hockey Day should be very proud of it, but on the kids' level, I think it means the world to them, and maybe one of the strongest and greatest memories that they'll have as a player.
Equally true, whether playing in a game.
Pretty awesome that he was picked for this.
Or honing their skills at a clinic.
I just am having fun because I'm making new friends.
Paul was selected to participate in the United Heroes League's hockey clinic for children of military families.
I get to do what a lot of people don't get to.
Hosted by pros.
They got to meet some of the players and some of the coaches.
And one of many ways the organization gives back during the week of festivities.
Hockey is the one thing that Paul has had to connect with his dad, who actually, it's the 5-year anniversary of his dad passing today. He was a veteran who succumbed to the invisible battle, I guess, with PTSD. So it's just, he's seen a lot and dealt with a lot throughout his life, so it's been, United Heroes League has been pretty awesome.
And for Paul and his family, it's an opportunity that means
the world. It's been pretty awesome.
Proof that Hockey Day Minnesota's impact reaches beyond the sport.
This is the field of dreams.
Bringing warmth to Hastings in even the most bitter of colds.
Scoring for the U.S.
If you'd like to show your support for our local programming, you can visit townsquare.tv/donate to help us continue programs that are important to you. Up next, join South St. Paul Parks and Recreation for a winter walk.
Heather, Asha, and Colin are placing candles in Kaposia Park.
So we put out solar light probably about 3 months ago, knowing it was going to be getting cold and the snow was coming.
They're setting up for an evening hike.
We're at Kaposia Park. We are going to walk through the disc golf course, and this is a way we can all get outside in the winter and try to follow a path when it gets dark, which it seems to do super early. So it's a way to kind of get active and try to stay warm during the cold weather.
The hike is in the woods and outside of the woods, but it'll be a little darker in the woods, which will be really kind of cool.
South St. Paul residents in snowshoes and boots came together for fitness and community.
We have a bunch of people in the community who are really into fitness. We have some people that have never been to Kaposia, so there is going to be a lot of different skill levels here tonight. So happy that y'all showed up because I really want to make this something special and something that we expand on. So You might notice that it doesn't take you 10 minutes if you're in snowshoes. It might take you a little longer. And go at your own speed. This is just about having fun. I brought my dog Asha today.
Outdoor time in the winter is important for mental and physical health.
One of the things that is really beneficial for everybody is that vitamin D exposure. And we don't get any of that if we're in our office, if we're covered up in jackets and hats all of the time. So just being outside is going to give us a little bit of that vitamin D and some fresh air.
Oh, here comes the big hill. South St. Paul Parks and Recreation offers a variety of opportunities to keep cabin fever at bay.
See if we can build somewhat of a community that enjoys doing this and wants to do this on a weekly basis. But yeah, it kind of does come down to if the weather's going to cooperate and be warm enough, but also not too warm where we can have snow.
There's a big group of fitness lovers in the community, but this is involved in, this walk will be those that are involved in the fitness and then those that maybe have never done that and just want to meet the group and collaborate with some folks that have some common goals, some common interests.
Outdoor equipment, including snowshoes, cross-country skis, roller skis, bikes, and more, are available for rent for use in South St. Paul parks.
So if you just come into City Hall, we actually have a form online you can fill out. If you are interested, you fill out a date that works for you, and we'll let you know if we have sizes and shoes still available.
For Inside 7, this is Carmen Haug.
Get the warm blood to my fingertips.
The city of South St. Paul has snowshoes, cross-country skis, and other gear available for rent. Visit southstpaulmn.gov for details. We'll be back with more after the break. When we come back, hear what makes the Inver Grove Heights School District special and how it came to be a place for all to thrive. And learn about the new Armour Gates Task Force that the city of South St. Paul just formed.
At Key Community Bank, we're more than just a bank. We believe in giving of our time, talents, and treasures to build a stronger community because it's our community too. Locally owned and operated in Inver Grove Heights, Key Community Bank is here to handle all your banking needs with a personal touch. More information can be found at keycommunitybank.com. From small offices to growing organizations, Point North Networks provides IT managed services based on trust, reliability, and responsive local support tailored to meet your needs. They work behind the scenes to make sure systems run smoothly, data stays secure, and teams stay connected. Point North Networks, guiding local businesses' success through their passion for community and technology.
Can we rent out the studio?
There's so much room for activities in there.
People could host meetings.
They could use the green screen.
They could do photo shoots.
You guys are the professionals if that's what you want to do.
So?
Yeah, just go for it.
You're not going to regret this. Look at all this floor space.
Welcome back to Insight 7. How do you fill the shoes of someone who's left behind impossible shoes to fill? Well, this summer, ISD 199 is about to find out. The role of superintendent in a school district is an important one.
The community at large here is very supportive of their schools.
One that requires a lot of skills and relationship building.
It's the Inver Grove Heights Community Schools, and he focuses and makes sure that the community is part of it.
And that's hard.
Which is why Dave Bernardson has been such a good fit as ISD 199's superintendent.
Having that opportunity to, and we use the phrase all the time, still get your hands dirty and still be involved with what happens, that makes things happen, and that is very gratifying.
And those he's worked with over the years appreciate all he's done, like former school board member Cindy Nordstrom.
Dave is Dave because relationships are so important to him. Relationship, relationship, relationship.
And Dakota County Commissioner Joe Atkins.
Dave has really excelled as he's been so engaged in the community from day one.
Which is why when Dave decided to retire...
When I started thinking about retirement, the first thing I thought about was, man, if you retire, does that mean you're old? And I didn't like that. I don't like that thought at all because I don't consider myself old.
It created some big shoes to fill.
School districts tend to become, oftentimes they're very insular, they're very internal looking, but he's also working on the community side of it as well. It's been really a magical thing to see.
Dave's time working in ISD 199 started well before his current role.
14 years before I started here, I was an elementary principal here for a couple of years. And that really left an impression on me, and the impression was really focused on community. And it was one of those communities that you say, if you're ever given the chance, I want to go back there.
So go back he did, for 12 years as superintendent.
I think the greatest piece that compelled me to be in Inver Grove for this 12 years would be the community. The community has been nothing short of phenomenal.
And he's leaving behind a proud resume of hard work.
In all honesty, it's a 24/7 job. You're always a part of something all the time, and you never know what's going to come your way.
And with him, 12 years of memories with the people he's built connections with.
It doesn't matter if it was a student, a parent, a school board member, another superintendent. He is there to build the relationship.
And while there's a lot of big decisions, projects, and planning that have happened over the years,
And you have to have a lot of foresight into what the future can hold for the school district. So there's a lot of strategizing, but there's also behind the scenes a lot of technical supports that have to be put in place.
it's the people who will always stick with him.
I have this thing on my board that says that progress moves at the speed of the relationship. So growing those relationships with our staff, with our families, and then again, validating our community, those are the things that make things happen and have made things happen in this school district.
Which is how it's always been, even dating back to his time as a student, where certain moments from school helped shape who he is now.
Parents frame these for me, and they are from when I was in 5th grade, and they're from when I was in a classroom with a teacher by the name of Mrs. Zeski. The first day of school, when I was a 5th grader, I came home and said, you got to get me out of there.
In a class where he wasn't having fun, his parents made him stick it out.
Let's just say a couple months later, they said, well, how's it going? I'm like, she's the best teacher ever.
A lasting reminder of the impact teachers and leaders within a school district can have on a young student when you work to build that connection.
Kids can have perceptions about teachers, but sometimes those are just perceptions.
And as people will always stick with him,
We work hard every day to have all of our ducks in a row.
he will always stick with the people, too.
He really is. Don't tell him I said this, but he's the best I've ever seen at this superintendent gig. There's nobody better.
Which makes for an extra hard goodbye.
Thank you for the support that you have provided to this school district, and I might get a little emotional on this one. And thank you for also being very flexible with us, and I really value that and appreciate that in this community.
And while there will never be another Dave,
That isn't going to happen. That's just too tall of an order.
the search for the next superintendent of ISD 199 is on.
I'm just one of those people that just likes to live life.
For Insight 7, I'm Alexis Huss. ISD 199 is gathering community input now through February 23rd for the superintendent search process. To give input, go to isd199.org/SUPT search. Up next, see how a South St. Paul task force is approaching a project one brick at a time.
The Armour & Company meatpacking plant opened as part of the South St. Paul Stockyards in 1919. The plant closed in 1979 and was demolished about a decade later, but its gates were preserved. In November of 2025, the City Council voted to tear down the Armour Gates to allow for new development.
Bricks were saved, the capstone was saved,
This is one of the clean bricks from the Armour Gates, and so these will be part of the project.
On January 12th of this year, the council approved the formation of the Armour Gates Task Force to gather input, develop ideas, and make recommendations to the council on how to use the saved bricks.
There are 3 full pallets of bricks here. Each one have between 300 and 400 bricks on the pallet. We've got the capstones in the back, and then we also have some of the corner pieces as well that we'll be able to implement into a project if it fits. So this is the pile of rubble from the Armour Gates, and part of the bricks that were not cleaned but are available to be used if we need them for our project. There really is a blank canvas, so we have no idea and no expectations at this point, and that's what the committee will decide.
The city accepted applications from community members for this task force and plans to select 9 to 11 members.
So these are some of the applications that we received to be on the task force. And we got some really good answers back from people that are interested in being part of this process, that they're able to, they had connections because their dad worked there or their mom worked there, or perhaps it was a grandparent that worked there, or some didn't have a connection to it, but they want to get involved with a project like this to be able to recreate something.
Meetings are planned to start in February and continue for several months until they have a recommendation to bring to the council.
The project goes first, and so whatever bricks we need will go to the project. If there are any bricks that are left over, the committee will make a determination as to whether we give them away or we sell the bricks. So once the task force gets together, we're going to brainstorm. And in the brainstorming, we're going to come up with different ideas. What is it that we want to see? Where is it that we want it to go? What would make sense to honor the stockyards that was there for over 100 years? And then we will go back to the council with a recommendation as to what we think as a committee should take place.
Well, that's going to do it for this edition of Insight 7. Thanks for watching, and thanks again to our sponsors Point North Networks and Key Community Bank. For now and forever, I'm Alexis Huss. First up on the show today, and I forgot it, I knew I was going to forget it, the rebranded Winter Whirl. That's a mouthful, Winter Whirl. Winter Whirl. First up on the show today, the rebranded Winter Whirl becomes the new tradition. The rebranded Winter Whirl becomes the new tradition for, I almost said Minnesota instead of Mendota Heights. That one was so good. See, it took us a while, but we got there, Dennis. That are important to you. Did that look weird? Programming, you can visit If you'd like to show your local programming, you can visit townsquare.tv/donate to help us continue programs that are important to you. Oh, I forgot what I was saying. Okay. See, this is why we don't have a teleprompter, guys. Just creates more problems. Shoes of someone whose shoes, someone's, of someone. How do you fill the shoes of someone who is left behind? I wrote this, I should know this.